anyone before? And it's like, yeah.
I have a legal question because this keeps. It's not a good one, but anyway, here's the deal. The police finally.
Everybody, listen. Woody's got a question.
Yeah. So the police finally found out about all my murders, right? And here I am being questioned, and I say, you know what? No more questions. Talk to my attorney. But low key, I don't have an attorney, and I don't know how to choose one. I'm in the room. I have maybe one phone call. What do I do? Google Maps? Like what?
No, they'll bring you a phone book,
and then you just use that to choose your attorney.
Find one.
We just got to get out of the room, right? Like you just need a guy that gets
you just
bail,
turn
right?
to the Jewish names and hope for the best.
Just don't go to the first one because that guy's just there because his name starts with A.
Yeah,
he probably changed it to that.
God, I got fucked. I went with Aaron Aronson again.
But no, it's I mean if you can't get an attorney, they have to stop asking you questions, and you can petition for a court-appointed attorney at that point too. Say, hey, I don't have an attorney. I need an attorney for this. I don't have an attorney. You're under arrest. They can't just keep you without providing that. If you qualify, you can't just lie. Like, well, I got $100,000 in the bank. I can't afford an attorney though. They're like, okay, well, here's one. No, but if you go through the same process that you would get for a public defender, and they'll get an attorney for you if you need to. But otherwise, they'll bring you a phone book and say, here you go. Call whoever you want out of this thing. But
that's what they do.
The other thing, cops, when you invoke your right to remain silent or your right to an attorney, they have to stop interrogating you. But the trick is not everything they do is an interrogation, right? They can start talking. And the most common thing they'll do is talk to their friend next to you about whatever to try and coax you into saying something about to correcting them. No, that's not what happened. And then the interrogation can continue because now you've injected yourself into the conversation. So that's the hardest thing for people to say. I'm shutting up. I want to talk to my attorney, nothing else. And then they just don't. Like they sit there and they're like, no, I mean, he had it coming. They have to give you the opportunity to get an attorney. You don't have to have an attorney, although you should. Like if you're a gun owner, for example, you should have an attorney that deals with those types of things, that you can call if you get arrested for something, especially like a self-defense shooting or something like that, or your gun gets confiscated. You're at a bar, you're involved in a bar fight, and they're like, oh, you can't have this at the bar. Whatever it is, you should have an attorney who's familiar with those issues as a gun owner, because it will help you rather than calling up the guy in the phone book, right? Like you don't want that guy. You want the guy who knows what he's doing.
And it won't cost you a ton to just go to a guy's law office and get his card. You don't have to have a gun retainer. You just have to figure out who the guy is and have his business card in your wallet.
It seems like bullshit that public defenders aren't available for wealthy people. Like firemen are available for wealthy people. They don't say, you know what, you could afford a fireman, therefore we're going to charge you. They don't say that about police. They don't have toll roads that ask for your 1040s and say only wealthy people have to pay these tolls. There are very few government services where they restrict them from you, where they say you can't have this because you could buy it privately.
Public defenders are the equivalent of welfare. It's like you can't get anyone here to speak for you.
That's a strong point. It's bullshit that welfare is not available to wealthy people.
I want some. I heard Chicago's got that $500 universal income coming, and it's like right off the top, huh?
500 smackers.
500 smackers every year, I hope.
That'll get my heroin addiction going. It's fine.
500 a month. Like that'll buy all my drugs. And they're legal there, so like we're getting somewhere already. Chicago's scary. I would hate to. I love the food in Chicago, but every time I don't know, look into the shootings there, it's the Wild West, and it just doesn't get reported. It's a scary place.
You definitely gotta not go in. Like there's a couple neighborhoods that you just stay away from as much as possible. Just hang out by rich people. They don't get shot in Chicago.
You can listen to the police scanners of anywhere in the country. When there's websites that allow you to do this. I know because I remember when the Boston bombing happened, we were so plugged. I don't think there had ever been a news story that we were so personally injected in, because I had my laptop open with multiple police scanners going when they were going when they were looking for the last guy, when they were having like the shootout and standoff or whatever, where one of them died by getting ran over by his brother or whatever. There's Arneyev guys. And I'm listening to all the bands, and they're like, yeah, we're going down Smith Street. Like, you can listen to them coordinate and like move in on this shooting, and like it was